Hello everyone, so here we are with a new week of Guild Boss. As you can see, my score is already kinda set, to be honest. I don't need to push very much higher into this week boss. Of course, we are still at the beginning, so we are not ranked very high yet, but I have a pretty high margin on the second of the guild, and I'm top 2% in both the bosses. I will try to push top 1% if possible, but who knows what will happen. At this point, the top 1% are really getting harder to get, since the guilds are getting way more spending, are spending way more that if we compare it to the last seasons or the one before that. So it is what it is. We hope the next week we can get maybe Mara boss to only rely on the wonder power, and that's where the true gamers are gonna show. Now for this week boss, my Nidhoggr, I'm gonna use this team. I could use the A6 cord, but in Devourer of Dreams doesn't really work because we cannot use her multiple catch hooks properly. So it is what it is. I decided to show you, by the way, this version of the boss, since the strategy is basically the same of the last Nidhoggr video I recorded, so you can use that. But we have one alternative strategy that implies us to stall the turns a little bit, one turn more than we should, to be able to have all the Phoebe skills charged up. So it's a nice and interesting way to challenge this boss. And since in the first phase, before the weekend state, the points are kept, so we cannot do any kind of damage, I found out that maybe showing you this strategy could be useful for you all. So we're gonna start. The only thing we need to note is that my Motoa is not built around crit rate, but around crit mult, and not around pure attack, but with attack multiplier. I found out that this works a lot, even especially if you choose not to use Tarukaja, but to use Rebellion in the fight, so you can boost the crit rate. This works better. If you are maybe putting her on crit rate instead of crit multiplier, you can use Tarukaja in the turn that I use Rebellion. I will let you see that. My important skills are all level 10, and my Melchizedek, now that works properly like it should, is overclocked to overclock 2. You can go to overclock 3, of course. 7% more attack is a lot, but I found out that overclock 2 is fine enough. I mean, if you have it overclock 3, just use it, it's better anyway. You need the Dominion. We're only gonna use cohesion with Dominion, so it's fine. And we have a Surter for the ultimate and the Maracunda. So we can start. So we want to start by Nurse Light, since this strategy it's points to charged up the maximum amount of cocktails. We're gonna attack a little bit with weird Minami. You will see. So we want to highlight with Minami just to get some HP and some attack. As you can see, 17,800 HP, so I reached the threshold pretty much without an issue. We enchanting steer. And the first turn with Motoa, we are gonna guard. I wanna see something because I don't know what happened. Maybe something I didn't read. I procced a lot of stuff with that guard. I don't know if there is something. Not really. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and continue to nurse light. Our wonder gets another skill 2. Our cord gets another skill 1. Enchanting Steer again. And Summer Explosion on the edge. Boom. Now, we go with another Nurse Light. With Wonder, we are gonna switch to Cert and Maracunda. Now it's Card turn. Here you can do both stuff. You can Distortion, you can Guard, and you can refresh the initial notes. I will choose to Distortion, just to be safe with the damage. I already did 2 of these. Okay, so in this turn we are gonna Summer Explosion on the ad and wait 1 turn for the Phoebe. Why did I use Maracunda in this turn, in the turn before this, and not in this turn? Because when I kill the boss, I basically make him skip 1 turn. So I don't really need to use the Maracunda in the very last turn of the fight. I can stall and use it 1 turn less, because here he's gonna skip 1 turn and he's gonna have only 1 more action. So it's safe for to me. This turn, so we're gonna ult with Cert before all the buffs, so we don't kill, as you can see. We're gonna use Tempting Build on the Motoa. Minami, it's gonna skill 3 on Motoa, so we improve the HP and we are granted to kill. Here we are gonna switch on Melchizedek and use the Rebellion. How many blessings do I have? Not much. I have 1. Well, anyway, we don't really care. We are gonna charge the next turn. We are gonna charge the blessings. So we Rebellion. We refresh the initial notes, so we are set for the next turn, and we kill with skill 2. Okay, now that he's dead, as you can see, he will skip a turn, and the Maracunda. What I'm doing? Okay, the Maracunda is lasting 2 turns more, so we are safe. We skill 2. This turn we are gonna Shining Salvation, so we max out the Verdict of Justice. We are gonna wait the Court Ultimate. Phoebe wants to Enchanting Steer. Cord wants to Distortion. Now Cord is gonna ultimate on the Closer, and Closer wants to skill 3. And we hope we're gonna see big damage. I don't know. I don't remember the damage at the end. Now we need to skill 3 again. If I recall correctly. This should get us above 16k. Yeah, 17.6. We're gonna wait. Cohesion. Vigorating Blend. Catch Yuke. Ultimate. And skill 3. Okay. This was nice. I think it's a new high score. 57.478. It is not a new high score, 57.78. No. Well, we are around that. Anyway, as you saw, the run is pretty scuffed and hard to remember. Sorry if I had to stop a couple of times, but it works. It gives us around 2 million more score if we compare it to the one we had last week. So I'm pretty satisfied. I hope you found out that this strategy helps you get higher in the leaderboards, and nothing else. If you found this useful, maybe leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment in the comment section. I always reply, and I like when I have a nice conversation with you all. So see you in the next week, and maybe I will do another video on Yatsufusa. I don't know, the strategy didn't really change, so it's kind of boring to do the same video from the last week, but it is what it is. Okay, so bye bye.